Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Wednesday, March 12th, 2025. Let's take a look at the charts. I'll start with this one. It was about a month ago, 3-4 weeks ago anyway, that we settled below the low to mid 340s, 3/8 Fibonacci, former channel top. Having done so, our objective was the 256.44 two-year channel bottom, a little bit more meaningful than the 346.07 structure. It only held last week, and this week, Monday, we opened below it, and we've been falling ever since. Now, we did rebound a little bit on Tuesday, but in terms of the big picture dynamic, it is one of still selling upward rallies into the 249.54 to 256.44 region, and you can see that upper right here in the support resistance, anticipating over the next month or two, should I hear a week or two, into the 150s, 153.59 to 159.69. On the way down, we've got 175.85, which is A minus B, the distance between the Nova 21 high and the January 23 low. And if you just extend that the same distance off that D's 24 high, you get 175.85. So it is a big area that can absorb selling through the rest of the year. And I do see this as a 1 to 2 month target, and it just might be realized within 2 to 3 weeks, the way things have been playing out. Let's take a look at the daily chart. Now, there's not a lot of line studies to sort of hang our hat on, so to speak. Everything is very steep and far away from the present price points, but I do have 238.88 that can contain intraday highs. That is this sort of gap low, or however you want to call that. We gapped above. There was a pullback low. We're now well below it, or at least we were, yesterday. Today, 238.88 can contain intraday buying pressures if we open below it, and below which 212.11 in reach. 212.11, once again, nothing more than a downward retracement point from October of 24, and then the market just started gapping higher. And so 212.11 can contain session weakness. I do not see this as a 3 to 5 day swing trade, and I say that because sometimes the session containment levels are 3 to 5 day swing trade points. But no, I'm comfortable buying it on a day basis only. But if we were to close, let's say at a 212 half, 213 or something, I wouldn't be comfortable holding that overnight, given the fact that we could gap right below it and continue south. Now, south within a matter of days to 175.85. So if we close below 212.11 today, by the end of next week or sooner, 175.85 is likely, and that is, once again, really I consider this the start of a range that is a little over 20 points wide, down to 153.59, that can absorb selling through the rest of the year. And from here, we can round back up to the 256.44 channel bottom within a month or two, and even higher as we continue into later year. And that pretty much covers the downside. Let me say this one more time, just in case there's any, confusion, that if we close today below 212.11, it is a get short opportunity if you're not short already, anticipating then this 175.85 level within possibly 3 to 5 days, by the end of next week anyway. And that would begin completing our objective and the beginning of a wide zone that can absorb selling through the rest of the year. This is a solid area that if you're looking to invest in Tesla longer haul, I'd be comfortable doing so between 153.59 and 175.85. Now for the upside, if we happen to push through or perhaps open above 238.88, we haven't far to rally, and rally we probably would to 249.54 intraday. 249.54 is, once again, a 5/8 downside Fibonacci. These 5/8 and 3/8 Fibonacci's work pretty well even on the way back up. Yes, we violated it to the downside. It is 5/8 downside from the January 23 low against the more recent December 24 high. And so on the way back up, it is also still meaningful resistance, and you can combine it with, I think, the even more meaningful 256.44 two-year channel bottom. This zone able to contain buying into, quite possibly through, April activity, and below which we are expecting, once again, that 153.59 to 159.69 area. Now, if, and I don't see this happening, but you never know, if later in the week we continue higher and we close above 256.44, closing above 256.44 on a day basis will place 288.22 in reach within 1 to 2 days, roughly. And that is that trend line coming off these lows. It actually held the highs, as you may recall, a couple of weeks ago. But, once again, if we close the week, Friday, above 256.44, and it is certainly possible. We're not too far off that mark right now. Then I would anticipate within 2 to 3 weeks or so, 326.08. So a Friday settlement above 256.44 sets up a 2 to 3 week rally to 326.08. Now we still have the 340s, yes. Right here, we still have the 340s, but in the context of momentum and trend identification, I really think 326.08 is not only the area to sell through the rest of April, because this probably wouldn't be tested until early April anyway. Well, I don't know. If we close above 256.44 on Friday, a 2 to 3 week rally to 326.08, it is certainly possible we could reach this by the end of the month, where we could top out through the month of April, or at least into later April, and fall back again. If we can close above 326.08 in the coming weeks, I see that as a good low through the second quarter, and then we should see continued gains. In fact, it would be a settlement above 326.08 that would allow 507.99, yes, within 3 to 5 months. I would say allow very deliberately, because I really have to study these charts to see if this truly would be my expectation. But for right now, 326.08, solid resistance, a 2 to 3 week target if we close above 256.44 at the end of the week. So closing Friday above 256.44, I see no good reason to stay short Tesla, at least into later March, early April. 326.08 expected over that time frame. So it would be an opportunity to go long and hold into the mid 320s and dropping a daily. But until then, you can sell the 256.44 area. You can sell this range of resistance that is at 249.54 to 256.44 through the month of April, because below which 153.59 to 175.85 remains a 1 to 2 month objective. And if we were to close today below 212.11, call that a 1 to 2 week objective. All right. I think that pretty much rounds it out. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. On Tuesday, we put out a stock pick on Home Depot. You might want to check that out. It's approaching a significant level that has consequences through the second quarter. So you might want to check out our Home Depot stock pick. We'll put out another one on Thursday. We also do daily Triple Q, daily SPY analysis, weekly Apple stock, weekly S&P 500, and weekly NASDAQ 100. So I will be back, of course, tomorrow with Thursday's Tesla report. You have a great day.